all that ultimately ended with getting a call to say, hey, you're going to test the F1 car. And that was, for me, when I got that call, like, that was it. I could die a happy man. I was going to get to drive, worst case,
Yeah.
I was going to get to drive, the fastest car on the planet. And I remember going into that test being completely content, not having any expectations, and just being like, I made it. This is good. And as it turned out, I did this test. There was 4 other Red Bull juniors that were effectively, we were trying out for the F1 ride.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I was just really fast. It was one of these things that in my career, it was at Barcelona.
And how much experience had you had there before?
I got to test on it in the GP2 car. So I'd been around the track. I knew the track. But honestly, from a GP2 car, which I would say is about the speed of an Indy car, to an F1 car, it's a different planet.
Right.
And I remember specifically being in the hotel room the night before, and I'm watching the onboard of Christian Clean in the car I'm about to drive. And I'm literally like a little scared because I'm watching like how fast he's going into the corners and where he's braking, and thinking, oh my, I have to do that tomorrow. And it was just so fast, so much faster. It was like this sense of like really nervous. Yeah. Like I was really scared, and I studied the video. I was watching, like, well, he's braking here at the 100 meters somehow. All right. Going through this corner in 5th gear somehow. All right. And I just watched this video, and I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to go out there and try to do this. And it was really interesting because at the time, the guys that we were all running, that were all going to do that test, I would have rated us all as really great racing drivers. And as soon as we all got in the F1 car and the grip level went that next 30%, and all of a sudden now you're doing 4.5 Gs in the corner, you're braking at 5 Gs, there was a huge gap. And I think if I remember right, I was probably a second faster than the other guys. And like the delta just went huge, and I didn't know why. It wasn't like I was trying harder, but something about feeling the tire at such high grip force, I could do. And so I was like, man, this is incredible. Like, for one, I got to drive this thing. And for two, like, I'm actually doing this pretty good. Like, I couldn't believe it. So that is what got me the opportunity to ultimately race for the Toro Rosso team.
What did you think about when they, when you're putting away your helmet and your helmet bag at the end of that day, and what the end results are in terms of the performance on the racetrack?
Man, I think that to me it was just validation to me. Looking back, I just had a really terrible model for how I used racing and how I thought about things. I had a very fixed mindset about things. So for me, I never went through racing trying to learn or get better. I just went through it trying to see how good I was. Like, where do I stack up between these people? So when I got to this place, I thought, I can't believe that I'm actually at this level. Whether they gave me the job to drive the car or not, it wasn't about that. Yeah. I was like more about seeing like, how good am I at racing? And I thought, okay, I can't believe that this is the level I'm at, but cool, I'm this good. And it was just a measurement and just a validation for me.